Alright everybody, what's going on, and welcome back to another video. And the video I have for you guys today is just a little walkthrough of the therapy I did at Core the other day. I had two 1-hour sessions. One is going to be of standing, which is like freestanding, and the other one is going to be doing squats with electrical stimulation. So what I want to do is kind of run through those with you guys. Kind of get like a walkthrough and go over the highlights and just explain a little bit of what was going on. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing that you guys are going to see is me doing something called freestanding. And what this is just me standing with a trainer. They're locking out my knees and kind of controlling my hips at first while I'm working on controlling my upper body. And as the session goes on, I try and let go of my hands, and you guys are going to see I'm holding onto a bar. I'm going to try and let go of that bar and control my upper body using my core, my abs and everything. And then later on you're going to see I'm going to try and control my hips. Alright, so we're going to cut into the therapy and see what it looks like. Yeah. Alright, so that's what it looks like when I'm standing. It's like that for pretty much the whole entire hour. We try out different things, taking my hands off, controlling my hips, or different type of techniques. We, mess around with my body a little bit. The reason why I came down, and I don't know if it was a little urgent the way I came down, because of something called blood pressure. So since I'm sitting a lot now, since I'm in the wheelchair and everything, I'm in the sitting position all day. So when I go from sitting to standing, a lot of the blood doesn't know where to go, so I kind of get really lightheaded, and I get dizzy, nauseous and stuff like that. And if I it can lead to passing out if I don't sit back down. But with me, I like to push the limit sometimes, so I'll wait until the last possible second, right before I pass out, just to go ahead and sit down, because I like, just trying to beat that blood pressure. So the next thing you guys are going to see is we're working through progressions, and the next thing, like I said, is going to be me trying to stand without using my hands on the bar. So I'll have my hands close to my chest, and I'm trying to control my upper body. And it's going to look a little shaky, but let's go ahead and look at that.
This is there. Now your feet are completely flat on this side. So that might help with your activation. I might be able to come off your a little bit longer, because you're able to push down with your feet, or your heel isn't hitting anything.
Gotcha.
And it was really just on your right side. Left side was okay, but I had to move it. I think it just depends on how that slight tuck, if you are tucking, but just do a little bit more. It's really exciting. I got you. I'm back a little bit. That's okay. Slowly work going forward. So you kind of have this tendency when I say that do one direction, it's 3 inches instead of working your way.
slower, the better.
Yeah.
Alright, 10 seconds.
I'm on them now. Yeah, no, I felt that. Okay. Forward your shoulders.
A little different, huh?
Yeah. Just lower me down.
Alright everybody, so that was an attempt to not use my hands during standing. As you guys can see, it's a little shaky, like I'm a little all over the place. And that's because my stomach muscles aren't working, my back muscles aren't working, so it doesn't keep me in that upright position. And that's what we're working on there. I'm trying to not arch my back as much because that's like not good for the back, so I need to try and recruit those muscles in my stomach and my back to try and keep my spine straight. And that's going to help get the signals from my brain down to the rest of my body. So that's one of the biggest things we were working on since the beginning. And what it kind of feels like not being able to balance, like, it's just weird because if I'm leaned all the way back, it feels comfortable, but it's not good for my back. If I'm leaned too far forward, then I'll just sit back down because I can't hold myself up. But when I'm in that right position, it feels like I'm trying to balance on a ball. And it's really weird because it's so hard to get in that right position to stay there, just because it's like if that's the right position, but your body doesn't have the strength to keep it there. You know, that's the problem. That's what we're trying to work on. And sometimes we use like electrical stimulation to try and keep my body in that position. But today we didn't, just because, you know, it's good to challenge yourself without it. All right, everybody. So this next part, what you guys are about to see, is the trainer's gonna let go of my hips, and then it's gonna become my responsibility to control my hips and not let them sway too much or go from left, right, back, forward. And at the same time, what I need to do is control my upper body. And yeah, it's just like, you know, it's gonna be challenging, but the main thing that I have to focus on here is kind of like pushing my hips, kind of, you know, it's hard to explain. Like, it's kind of just like tucking my stomach, because if you look really closely, my back looks like it's kind of rounded, and my stomach looks like it's poking out, and that means that my spine is curved at the bottom, which I don't want. So it's really trying to use my muscles in my back and my abs to push my stomach back and keep my hips forward, so I get that proper alignment. And that's probably the hardest thing by far in this whole entire process. They call it tucking, and to get that position is so hard. It's so annoying, just because like you try so hard to get it, but it's your body just fighting. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do in this part of the video, and let's see what it looks like.
I'm trying to like see if I can do a little bit less on your hips, but when I'm off, like when your hands are off, I think it's very hard for you to be able to take my hands off. Okay? Yeah. It's okay if you work on that. Like now, because otherwise you're having to swing to try and clear it. Yeah. So always go. I'm still off the knees. Yep. It's like basically like now I can be off. The leg's trying to stay straight, so you're trying to break that challenge. Yeah. You feel that in like where do you feel that? Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly where you should be. If you could feel your glutes, you could feel like your glutes. Actually, shoulders. If you have a better connection to your abs and your glutes, you're going to be solely ab dominant when you're trying to hold your hips in. Now, if there comes a day where you're like, oh wow, like on command I can contract my glutes, you know, then it'll be a little less difficult for your abs. It'll be two muscles working together. First, I'll do the legs. You just start bringing them on. On your right hand, but that's it. Let your hips fall back, just like any hair. push just like this on your right leg, it locks. Like I don't have to like push into it. Does that make sense? Like it just needs that like sensory cue of okay, like something's there. You know? Like when I say like I'm on your knee, I'm not like full on like pushing you to lock it out.
So yeah, that was the standing. Now, for the next part, what I'll do is it's like there's squats. So I lay on this like kind of like inclined bench kinda, and what we do is we use electrical stimulation from something called a Vectra, and we put it on a certain spot on my stomach, so it contracts my abs, and then on my back. So what this does is it contracts those muscles for me since I don't have complete control of them yet. And they hook it up to the machine, and they can control the amount of electrical current that goes into my body. So yeah, they put it on, like I said, my back and my abs, and they put it on a certain part of the back that controls, I forgot the name of it, but it helps control movement in the lower extremity, the lower parts of your body. So it's meant to stimulate that part and help you move help you get signals down to the rest of your body to move on your command, on like my command. So that's how we do the squats as of right now. I know further, like as time goes on and everything, we'll start kind of pushing away from the Vectra because I won't need it as much. But for right now, that's where I'm at in my recovery stage, so that's what I need. So this first part, what you're gonna see is us doing seated squats. It's me and my trainer Nicole, what I'm just like, instead of laying down and doing a squat, I'm kind of sitting up. And what this does is, as I'm pushing up with my legs, I have to kind of control my upper body, and it's not gonna look pretty. Just like, this was more, I don't know, it was more tough than usual. But let's go ahead and see what that looks like.
Don't be falling. Use that core. No. Don't you dare. From here, push your chest forward, or this person push back.
See her arms.
You know. I'm trying to be ready, but not help you. More stable. Oh. Oh, cheek. Oh. Push. Seriously, oh man, you're all over the place right now. We'll do the rest of the sets lying down, see if we get stronger that way, but we'll just finish 6. I feel like you're normally this unstable. Push. Do you feel more so today? Because we haven't had our sessions together working on core, and that's what it is. 4 more.
It just takes a warming up.
Yeah. 3 more.
So that was sitting up and doing the squats, and the next thing we tried to do was laying down. Now, what you guys are gonna see now is the electrical stimulation was turned all the way up to the max level, and they have levels like low, medium, high, certain numbers that control how much electricity is going to your body, and it was turned all the way up for me. So recently, what I've been doing is when that's turned all the way up, I'm able to control the push up, or I'm able to control the squat so much better, almost I say 99% on my own, or 95, because sometimes when I get tired they have to help me. But it's crazy because I get to control it all, from when my knees are bent to pushing all the way up. I control every part of it, and it's not like a slow contraction. It's strong, it's fast and strong. So yeah, that's what I'm about to show you guys right now. And just look closely to my legs, on my knees, because you'll see the trainer is not doing much work. So let's go ahead and look at that.
Ooh! Left. Hey, that was all you. That was good. For that push. Nice. Oh my god. Push. Push more left leg too, because your right hip gets hiked a little. Push evenly with your legs. Push, 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 push. Left. Yeah. You push more. You push stronger with. Is that your left? Yeah. You push stronger with your right because your hip goes up a little bit more. But your lag.
Which one goes up?
That your right. Yeah, that one. Because it's already pushing, and then just push evenly so they both stay in. Alright. Let's see if we can do them all by yourself. Alright, go. Push. Go, 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 go. Got it. Left. Yeah. That's good. One more. At least. Alright, got it. Push, 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 push. Left. Good.
You have to help on that one?
No, I'm not helping. Well, initially I'm helping because your legs kind of fall apart, so I'm just holding them in line, and then you start pushing by yourself. So my hands are off in the videos, except for legs. Try to do 5 more without my help. I know. Just above parallel with your feet. Right. Push evenly. Focus on the left leg, because it's the one that falls behind in your lockout as well. Push. There you go.
I do feel it.
Yeah. Push it. Left, left, left. Good. 4 more. Well, we should work on Tuesday. That you're instructed to work on that. Focus left. Go, come on. 3 more.
Because I can tell his mouth was making like an E
Come on.
sound.
I'll help you a little. There you go.
Yeah, I'll guess
Go.
everything but E. Man.
All the way up.
Alright, go back down.
Yeah.
Restart.
Restart, one big solid push. If you stop, let's go. Go all the way. Focus on left, left, left. Oh, don't lose it. Okay, you gotta restart. Push. All the way. I'll hold you here. You gotta push though. I'm not gonna get it. Come on. Hey.
Okay, so this next part, and this is like toward the end of the session, I had this huge cramp in the left side of my stomach, so like my left oblique, and it was like a huge cramp. My body just like it tightened, it just like grabbed itself like this, and my whole body just crunched to the left. And what we decided to do, we thought it was the electrical stimulation was too much, so we turned it off. And I was like, you know what, well, let's just try doing a squat to see what happens. And I don't know why I chose to do that. I just wanted to. So we went down into the squat position. Well, what you're gonna see is we're gonna go down into the squat position, and then I was able to still control all of the movement with the electrical stimulation off. And usually I can't do that. Usually if they turn off the electrical stimulation, I can't move my body at all. But this time everything was off. The trainer wasn't helping me at all, and I was able to push up using my legs on my command. And yeah, so I mean, it was a great feeling. Let's just go ahead and I'm gonna go show you guys what that looked like. Just pay attention to my legs, and just know that there's no electrical stimulation going through my body at all at that time.
That's not.
What is that? Do we pause this
Yeah,
stuff?
pause it. Yeah, that's.
It's still going?
Yeah.
What the heck? What's going on?
I don't know. I think you hurt me. Alright, wait. Let's try one squat like without it.
Go. Oh, right. Or is that left? That's right. Right. It's happening? Oh my god.
Well, I felt contraction in my.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know. Go again.
What the fuck? Go. Good. Right.
That's what it was, right?
Yeah, it's on.
What does that mean?
That's on you. Alright, push. I'm helping you. Now push up from here. Push. Come on. Push. Come on, I see your muscle. Left.
And those are the squats. I was really happy after that, just because it was like such a weird feeling knowing that I was doing that completely on my own. And I kind of had like a theory in my head that was like, well, maybe I was doing it because the amount of electrical stimulation going through my body kind of charged up my body, and it was like a battery, like it charged up the battery and then it died. So like, and I talked to like a chiropractor after that, and they said that, yeah, like your body has natural electricity that goes through it, and maybe what I did was, like he said, like I said, I charged up my body, and then after a while it just kind of died down. So that's it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching, and I figured, I'll just give you guys what the next video is going to be about. So I did the core interviews, I did with the trainers, the clients, I did my little brother, but now what I'm going to do is the person that's probably been through it the most with me is going to be my mom. So I'm going to interview her this Sunday. So that is the next video. Keep an eye out for it. I think it's going to be a great one. I got my questions all lined up for her, and we'll see how, she's just been dealing with this whole entire thing, because she's been going through it just as much as I have. Different experiences. The same thing with my little brother, different experiences, but we're all going through it together, and just getting, their take on how they deal with it, how they feel toward the whole entire thing, what was their reaction, how they dealt with it in the hospital and stuff like that. All those questions are going to be in that video, so just look out for it. Like I said, this Sunday I'm making it. I plan to have it out by Tuesday for you guys. So looking forward to that one. And that's it for this video. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't. Go ahead and give a share. And yeah, so see you guys in the next video.